On February 22, 1732, in a quiet plantation in Virginia, a child was born who would one day change the course of history. His name was George Washington, soldier, statesman, and the first president of the United States. But Washington's journey to greatness was not easy. It was shaped by war, sacrifice, leadership, and an unwavering sense of duty. Early life George Washington was born into a farming family in colonial Virginia. His father died when he was just 11 years old, forcing young George to mature quickly. Without a formal college education, Washington developed his skills through practical experience. As a teenager, he worked as a land surveyor, traveling through the rugged wilderness of Virginia. This job taught him discipline, resilience, and knowledge of the land, skills that would later prove invaluable during war. French and Indian War. In his early 20s, Washington joined the Virginia militia during the French and Indian War. Though some early missions were unsuccessful, he gained critical military experience and a reputation for bravery. One famous story tells of how bullets pierced his coat during battle, yet he remained unharmed. This event strengthened his image as a courageous and determined leader. The American Revolutionary War in 1775, tensions between the American colonies and Great Britain exploded into war. Washington was appointed Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army. The American army was poorly trained, under-equipped, and outnumbered. Yet Washington held them together through some of the darkest moments of the war. One of his boldest moves came on December 25, 1776, when he led his troops across the icy Delaware River to launch a surprise attack on British forces. The victory boosted morale and revived hope for independence. During the harsh winter at Valley Forge, Washington's leadership kept his army united despite hunger, cold, and disease. After years of struggle, the war ended in 1783 with American victory. Refusing power after the war, many believed Washington should become king. But in a historic decision, he refused absolute power. Instead, he stepped down as military leader and returned home, a rare act in a world dominated by monarchies. This decision strengthened democracy and set a powerful example for future leaders. First President of the United States in 1789, George Washington was unanimously elected as the first President of the United States. As President, he faced enormous challenges building a new government. Establishing economic stability, managing foreign relations. Washington created the first presidential cabinet and set many traditions that still exist today. He believed America should avoid permanent foreign alliances and focus on unity. After serving 2 terms, he voluntarily stepped down in 1797, establishing the 2-term tradition later written into law. Final years and legacy. George Washington retired to his home at Mount Vernon, where he spent his final years managing his estate. He passed away on December 14, 1799. Today, he is remembered as the father of his country. The capital city of the United States, Washington, D.C., is named in his honor. His leadership principles, integrity, courage, humility, and commitment to democracy continue to influence the world. Closing. George Washington was not perfect, but he understood the responsibility of power. In choosing service over personal ambition, he shaped the foundation of a nation. From the battlefields of revolution to the presidency of a new republic, Washington's legacy remains one of leadership, sacrifice, and vision. And that is the story of the man who helped build a nation.